Let me just ask both Senator Whitmire and Mr. Moriarty. You've heard the concerns raised by Mr. Largent and Mr. Mignon, and also I'd like to ask Mr. Maynard to respond here. Why aren't the tools that we have now, dogs, the ability to try to listen has been mentioned, why aren't those tools effective?
I would say, Senator, the size of the problem. We have 158,000 inmates. Waco, Texas, we're familiar with, is 100,000 people. We're literally locking up, unfortunately, but necessary, 1.5 Waco, Texas, and 112 locations. We have 40,000 TDCJ employees, 26,000 guards. When humans are involved, unfortunately, and there's a profit motive, you're going to have corruption and the need to apprehend these phones. And so I don't think we quit using our available tools, but we also got to use the next one.
Tell me about the guard problem. I mean,
well, Mr. Tabler, the inmate on death row, when I asked him how he got his phone, he said $2,100 paid to a guard. Most of our guards, as you know, are law-abiding, hard-working civil servants who put their lives on the line each and every day. They take home $1,900, a starting correction officer. Just the sheer money alone is the unfortunate incentive. Then they get compromised, and the whole facility is in danger, the community where it resides. And I'm sitting in Houston, Texas. My family was in danger, and all citizens of the state of Texas. So it's just the size of the problem, and like I said, it's common sense. It's a war, is the way I would draw an analogy to it. You do not use available weapons if they're going to be useful in this battle against crime.
Okay, Mr. Maynard, what do you think about what you have available now, and why is it not enough?
Senator, as you know, the state of Maryland is going to host a demonstration of all the technology that might be used in addition to jamming. And Governor O'Malley and Senator Mikulski has also petitioned the NTIA to conduct a 30-minute demonstration of jamming just so we could see what effect it has. I think none of the things that we do, the dogs, we use in Maryland X-ray machines for packages coming in. We use secure view scanners for inmates to pass through, like metal detectors at airports. We have 4 of the Boss chairs, the body orifice scanning system that can detect cell phones within an inmate's body. We're getting 20 more of those, so we'll have one for every prison. We are using all the technology. We think we would like to be able to petition the FCC to try the jamming. It would still be reviewed. We would have to ensure that it applied only to one institution. But so far, I've never seen jamming because it's not legal to observe jamming unless we get permission to do that.
Mr. Moriarty, what about the expense of this? Is it realistic to use the technology that we have now for every prison throughout the United States?
The Texas legislature this past session authorized me to use and possess detection equipment. Our plans on the table right now are that we've got budgeted over $500,000 just for that one mobile set and 4 full-time employees to go from around the 112 prisons. I mean, it's just it's very difficult to utilize that detection equipment. You know, there is no expectation of privacy in the penitentiaries, and the state of Texas recognized that and authorized those tracking of those cell phones without court order. But it is a very cost prohibitive. We've looked at a lot of the methods that have been mentioned here today and found that with as many facilities as we have, it's not a wise use of taxpayer dollars.
Thank you. My time is up, and I'm going to let others, but I would like to have a second round. And, Mr. Chairman, I do have letters that I'd like to be submitted for the record from the State Departments of Correction from South Carolina, Kansas, Massachusetts, Arkansas, Tennessee, and Senator Thune has asked also to submit a letter from South Dakota in support of Senate Bill 251.